Hey guys, here. Love is Dead. Second match of the International of Invictus Gaming versus Navi. First match went absolutely convincingly in the way of IG. Navi was just completely outdrafted, and their lanes just did not work out. Havas could not stand against with his AM against Morphling in the mid lane. He was forced into the mid lane because they had Broodmother going top lane, and Anti-Mage really cannot go up against Morphling. Anti-Mage cannot go up against Broodmother in a lane. They did switch him up top, but he still couldn't do anything about it because Broodmother was too big at that point. And we actually did not see. We saw Ferrari and Dendi both on the side lanes, so it was kind of interesting. And Navi going with a different strategy here. They're going to go with the mid game thing and make sure that Invictus Gaming do not get too big. Juggernaut is going to be picked up here. That is actually, we're going to have to see how that turns out. I'm not exactly sure what his biggest strengths are. I know it is mid game. I don't know how it goes into late game. He's going to be part of a lot of ganks. He's going to couple well with Enigma's ultimate. Rubik is picked up. That's going to be played by Dendi. Dendi loves that Rubik.
10 seconds remaining.
And if he can get some kind of a, you don't want to give him a blink hero to take from it. So Invictus Gaming should not do that. You do not want to give Dendi mobility. Naga Siren is picked up by IG. That is going to give them a huge amount of team fight, but they don't have Enigma to follow it up. They do have Darkseer who can wall. But since with the Juggernaut pickup, Juggernaut isn't really the best waller. I mean, if you got a like a Faceless Void, if you got just there's a ton of right-click heroes that are dangerous to have go through the wall. But Juggernaut, I don't think his strength really his strength is not really in his right clicks, so we're going to have to see how that works out. Tidehunter is going to pick up from Invictus Gaming, so that is going to couple well with the Naga Siren. That ultimate is going to be able, they have 3 big ultimates right now, and that is actually quite dangerous against the Rubik, because Rubik can take the Scream, or not the Scream, the Song, he can take the Ravage, or he can take the Wall, and actually the Wall would be pretty good against Naga Siren, who usually gets big in the right click department. We're going to have to see what they decide to. It is hard to say exactly what the lanes are going to look like quite yet. I think it's going to be Juggernaut in the safe lane, Enigma in the jungle, Rubik in the mid lane, Naga Siren in the safe lane, Darkseer solo lane top against the Juggernaut, and Tidehunter in a tri-lane perhaps, although they don't have, they haven't picked up a jungler yet.
Navi's turn to ban.
What does my dog want? He's sitting in my lap, but he wants to do something. Anyways, you really don't want to give the team fight to Invictus Gaming, but Naga Siren is just loved by them because they can split push with it. They team fight with it. It plays really well into their strategies. The Naga Siren. We're gonna have to see if they're able to continue with their advantage, if they can win this next game and shove Navi down to the loser's bracket, where they're going to have to win a couple games in a row. They cannot lose a game in the loser's bracket. It's double elimination. If you lose that one, you're out of the tournament. Still interested to see what the pickups are going to be. We have Shen going down. We have Queen of Pain as well as Tinker going to be banned out. And Broodmother is the final one that will give Navi another strong lane. Shadow Shaman is actually going to be picked up by them. I really don't see Shadow Shaman played too often by Navi. But if they can couple that with Juggernaut, get some early kills with the Chicken and the Shackle, that would be great for them. That also takes that away from Invictus Gaming. They love to use that to eat down towers with the Shadow Shaman wards. Hmm.
10 seconds remaining.
Invictus Gaming, what are they going to pick up to round this stuff out? I think they may have wanted the Shadow Shaman for themselves. Puck is going to be their pickup, taking that away from Navi, but I think they really were going to put Dendi on Puck anyway. Puck is actually pretty good right here in the strategy that they have going. It gives them a ton of lockdown. which will couple well with the Naga Siren ultimate if they can get it off. If Navi group up as four or five, which they tend to do to push down towers.
10
And they need someone to round out their strategy right now. They do have support. They do have two supports here. They need someone sort of like in the middle. They're going to pick up Enchantress, so that is interesting.
IG's turn to pick.
They're going to take that Enchantress away from Chuan, which he may have wanted to be. I think they're kind of like picking against each other. And but the Enchantress now, who's going to play? Perhaps we're going to see Light of Heaven playing Enigma in a solo lane, and Shadow Shaman going to support the Juggernaut, Rubik in the middle lane, and Puppey going to be playing on the Enigma. Invictus Gaming, though, I'm not sure exactly what they're going to do. Probably Zoe's definitely going to be playing the Naga Siren. Not sure where. Let's see if Puck may be taken in the mid lane against Rubik. How's that lineup going to work in my head? I mean, Puck doesn't do... He's not, like, fantastic in the mid lane, at least from what I've seen. Rubik is pretty good. So we'll have to see how that matchup goes out. Tidehunter probably going to take a solo lane. And I don't know if Invictus Aim is going to go for a tri-lane or a jungle. A lot of the main jungle here, all the main jungle heroes are taken out of here, so
Lina.
I don't think they're going to go for that. They're going to go Lina, definitely going to go with the tri-lane. I think. We're going to have to see how that works out right now. Always, I forget to take it off directed camera. Anyway, yep, Dendi gonna be playing on the Rubik. We have Puppey gonna be actually playing the Enchantress, Light of Heaven. Probably taking a solo lane on Enigma. Arsart is gonna be playing the Shadow Shaman, and Havost gonna be picking up the Juggernaut. Zoe is gonna be picking up the Naga Siren. We have Chuan gonna be playing the Lina. Faith is gonna be picking up the Tidehunter, and Ferrari gonna be taking the Puck. So that should be mid lane. And YYF can pick up the Darkseer. Probably a solo lane. And it's looking like they're 07 bro. I don't know what that means, actually. And both teams are ready for a level 1 team fight. IG has a good level 1 team fight. I'm not exactly sure how Navi's not really going to win this level 1 team fight, so they're going to have to back themselves away from this. They know that IG is here, and IG is actually chasing them a little bit away, so they don't get to pop down their wards, and avoided the level 1 team fight that wasn't going to go the way of Navi if they really wanted to fight that. And Havas taken, looks like he's going to Ring of Basilius, or perhaps Tranquil Boots. Probably Ring of Basilius, though, to give him extra mana to use that Blade Fury just a bit more. And here we go, we got Dendi. Let's see his block. The block is actually a crucial part to this. You want to control the creep wave. Make sure it is on your side of the river, so that you are not down inside the river too much. And it looks like Ferrari is going to do the block as well. So we'll have to see who is better. Who did the better block right here? And we have the range creep that was sent out, and looks like Ferrari won the one part of it, but actually just finished off that creep with the Illusory Orb just in time. Doesn't get a hit on Dendi though. So now there's the two Behemoths in the middle lane, while it looks like Havas is going to be up against YYF in the solo lane. Going to have to deal with that damage, and there's going to be a tri-lane against Enigma. This is going to be tough for Light of Heaven. Enigma isn't exactly the strongest laner, and he's just going to have to play extremely defensively in order to not die, and that's exactly what he needs to do, is not die. I think, let's see, actually, Puck is going to be able to negate a bunch of damage that would be able to come up from Dendi with that blink, what's it called again? That phase shift? Phase shift, that's it. But it's going to take a little... Enigma's not going to get the farm he usually does. It's going to be Arsart that takes the experience that's going to be in the jungle from pulling creeps. And YYF just hoping to stop him from getting any sort of farm. But Darkseer is really good in lane and very hard to lock down. So if Shadow Shaman could come in with a nice gank, they might be able to kill him. But it is still going to be tough to take him down. They're going to need some kind of stopping power, and actually it is Light of Heaven. He is just saying, screw this top lane, I'm kind of screwed in it. If they want to run a tri-lane, I'll let them do it. I'm not going to stick here too long. And he's just going to go and take the safer parts of the jungle, which are not up, actually. He's waiting for that one to spawn. There it is. And first blood is Shadow Shaman going to go on the Darkseer. I missed it. God damn it. Puppy came in with the Enchantress. And got a first blood up on Darkseer. But really, this is pretty dangerous because we have our side who was taking some farm. And actually, Havas is going to look to try to deal damage to the tower as much as he can. He's just going to try to destroy the creep wave as much as possible. And we're going to push into the tower right as early as they can. Puppy going to take the DD rune. And I'm going to deal damage to Ferrari. Ferrari taking actually a good amount of damage from this. And actually getting pretty low. One more right click. Yeah, no, he was able to phase shift away from that one, so he's actually going to have to back himself away. Going to have to crow his bottle and get away that way. YYF cannot do anything against Havas. Havas is doing a good job of keeping the harassment up, and the bottom tower is now under attack. This tri-lane definitely not going to work out for IG because there's no one in the top lane. They're just going to get free farm to Naga Siren, but that does mean that both Light of Heaven and Enchantress are going to have to share a jungle, which is a difficult prospect. Both heroes love to get that early farm. So actually good laning decisions coming out from IG so far. Yet again, we're going to have to see just forcing them down to share. And it looks like Puppy is going to try to go in, grab himself a Wildkin. There he goes. Got himself that Wildkin. But it looks like, I mean, that's why they're trying to pressure down that tower, because they're absolutely going to lose this tier 1 tower, and may even lose this tier 2 tower. They may just say, you know what, we're going to lose it, and they're not going to be TPing back to try to defend it. So they're going to lose that lane completely, and they're going to try to get a quick end to this tower in the bottom lane.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower.
Anyways, how is this mid lane matchup doing? It is pretty even. Ferrari versus Dendi. Dendi coming out just a tiny bit ahead. They're losing this. They're going to lose this tower. Oh no, Faith might actually go down to this. One more right click. 2 more right clicks. That was it. And Light of Heaven is able to get the kill on Tidehunter and save their tower. They might be able to get a deny on it. They do get the deny on the top tower. That is an excellent job. That is a really good play from Light of Heaven. And they're just the kill and the deny are just really good. And Havas just healing up with the ward, which is quite good for him against this this Darkseer, who is really irritating with his ion shell. And actually, Joe up here is a little bit further, and they're gonna get a shackle up on Joe. Gonna deal a little bit of damage. Gonna have a Malefice Sun go up on him. Joe is actually doing okay. And he's going to be able to get away from this. Lina coming in to save him and deal a little bit of counter damage. Actually, they have transitioned a bunch of heroes here. Puppy as well as Light of Heaven. Both the junglers are outside of the jungle. It's good that that IG is forcing Na'Vi to move around the map where they don't really want to. But I'm not really sure it's going to. It depends on if it's going to be enough, because Na'Vi were able to get those 2 kills, which are pretty big. This doesn't look like to be the early losing matchup that it was the last game. Havas is actually doing well with farm, 26 last hits. Not doing quite as well as free farming Naga Siren with Jo, but they are going to try to focus on kills and finishing it off that way. And I have another freaking lag spike that is coming out. And let's see, Dendi still winning just slightly in the mid lane, and Puck is behind him. YYF is the next one with big farm. The rune was not there. Double damage rune picked up by Darkseer, and he's going to deny that from Dendi, even though he's not going to quite use it. Too many heroes in the jungle right now for Na'Vi, though. That is the one scary thing that I'm worried about. The XP is going in favor of their side, though, but it is a little bit lower than they want it to be. Light of Heaven, yeah, he's not doing terrible in this jungle. He wants to get that mech. He wants to get his mech up, however. And what is Joe looking like for farm? What are we building right here? Mana Boots already finished up on there. Stout Shield. Gonna probably look for a Vanguard to be a team fight presence. We dive in here to the top lane, where Na'Vi looking to push in this bottom lane as well. And they're gonna go. Are they gonna make an initiation right yet? No, it's gonna be IG. They're gonna play a little bit back. They know that Na'Vi have a great amount of pushing power available to them, but they do transfer 3 heroes down 2 here. Puck leaves the mid lane. Ferrari leaves the mid lane to let Dendi get a little bit more farm. He actually has a dust. I'm kind of interested in it. Misses that last hit on the siege creep, unfortunately. But no big items yet up on Rubik. He's gonna pop down a sentry ward, an observer ward. Actually going to pop down one, making sure he doesn't get ganked. Doesn't want to get ganked because they have given a lot of control from that side up to IG. And Light of Heaven looks like he's going to be transitioning from the top lane down to this area of the jungle, and then back at Enchantress. He's got herself an Ursa. And gonna look to get actually just gonna finish off the Centaur. Trying to get good farm. Havas doing well with the last hits. Nagasaki and Havas are pretty much equal. We're gonna have to see how it's gonna work out though, because I mean Nagasaki I think can out hard carry Havas, but Havas has a good mid game. We're gonna have to see. Ultimate popped up on Dendi. He's stuck in here in the middle of 3 heroes, but actually not gonna go on him quite yet. And he's gonna jump inside here. He takes phase shift so he can try to deal damage. We have Puck coming in here. Puppy is now coming to save this. While I have taken a lot of damage, he's gonna get away. And no deaths, but Dendi completely saving that one and turning that gank around. They did commit a lot of heroes to it and were able to defend. Although top lane here looks like it is going to be pushed in. All Havas is in the top lane. Top lane taking out these towers. Sorry, bottom lane taking out the towers. And Joe has to back off actually because Na'Vi have put pressure into the mid lane. So it looks like they're going to be switching Zhou into the mid lane. They probably want to take this middle tower to deny Dendi his lane, which he is. Seems to be, I mean, he's still matched up with Puck. What does Puck's farm look like? Puck's farm, yeah, about the same. Does finish up power treads. Dendi has not much actually. Has 1,000 gold he's sitting on, so I'm not sure what he's building. He did put something on the courier, which is this bottle, which seems to be going down to Vost. No, actually that bottle's going back. There's actually a soul ring that Vost bought, so he has a little bit more mana. And just a tiny bit of regen. 3 HP regen per second. Dendi's standing strong in this mid lane right now. He's defending it with all of his pride. Phase Bolt, Shackles plus Phase Bolt. We're going to have another ultimate out from Puck, and that's going to hold him down. Now they get an entangled down. Dendi taking a lot of damage. Ravage just popped off. That is 2 heroes that go down to IG. Light of Heaven coming in here. Black Hole canceled out by Naga Siren, and that is going to be a great fight for IG. That turns things around, evens the kills. They aren't going to get a tower for it, but I don't even know if they really planned that to happen. Perhaps they saw Light of Heaven was coming in. Yeah, they saw that happen, and Naga Siren just pulled off a great ultimate right there. Just a great ultimate. They're going to see what Navi's answer back to this is, and are they going to go in completely for this? Havas does have level 8, so he has the Omni Slash up. And we're going to see what damage they're going to be able to finish off this tower. They're going to get another tower for themselves. This bottom lane is pushing in as well. They're going to dive in and actually get a kill on Puck. Dendi is actually hooked up here. Joe is stunned. Now he's going to probably go down. Shaman wards are down. Going to push IG back. And YYF is hold up here with the Shackle. They're trying to get a kill on Joe, which they do get. Tidehunter Gush going to go out on Arsart. They are not dead yet. Dendi is actually dead. Not exactly sure where he went down. Puck is back here. Going to be caught in the middle of these heroes. Going to take too much damage. That's going to be the end of Ferrari. Ferrari goes down twice. And Na'Vi playing their mid game. Playing it strong, taking down the tower, pushing in this bottom tower as well. And they are going to have to back off, but they did not lose too much for that fight. That one went in their favor. I'm just going to go in and climb up a little bit more. I was trying to get as much farm as possible. He really needs to out-farm Naga Siren. And keep Naga Siren's usefulness down. Naga Siren really needs to be farming Needs a Radiance. Going to build up a Vitality booster, so looking to get a Vanguard.
Radiant's bottom tower
It's
is
going to be a
under
little while
attack.
before the Radiance is built on her. And so it is going to be a hard carry game, and the mid game may actually go the way of IG.
Radiant's
IG
middle
looking
tower
again to
is
push
under
in this
attack.
middle tower. They really want to take it right now. Na'Vi are not grouped up for this. We have Joe popping off her illusions right now.
Radiant structures
And
are
they're going to deal damage to the tower. Just going to wait in the mid lane for Na'Vi to respond to this. And actually going to lose those illusions and hope Na'Vi comes back for this. They force Na'Vi to come back for it and then transition down to the bottom lane where they are intending to get this bottom tower. Great place up there for them. And a smoke gank going the wrong direction for Na'Vi unless they really want to get Joe.
Radiant's bottom
And
tower is
perhaps
under
that's what they
attack.
want. They have a 5-man here. They do need to get some kind of... they don't even need to get a stun, do they? Just she have her ultimate up. 23 seconds down for her ultimate. That would allow her to escape. If she's able to do it, she's hanging by the tower. But it is going to be Havas going to find her out. Needs to get a stun up on her, but she's going to go retreat into the jungle while the rest of Na'Vi is here. If they can get rid of her, see, they really wanted this bottom tower. I really want to get this bottom tower. It's probably going to be a trade. Are they going to trade their... Are they going to trade their? Are they going to trade their carry for it though? That would be not a good thing. And take a good amount of damage right now. The song has to be popped off. They do force that one out, and they're just going to go for the tower. So they trade that one. Going in for the tier 2 tower. Joe is low on life, needs to retreat, but IG is neither retreating and going to pressure in the tier 2 tower. Actually, they're not going to do it. They're going to back off from it while Na'Vi go for the top tower. They have the healing ward popped off, so they're able to help out the team. Fortifications are popped off. Actually going to go for the mid tower, so you're going to take that one. We're going to go for the mid tower. Not the best trade, but I don't know if Na'Vi are going to be able to finish this off. It's taking a little bit of time, and they're going to lose this middle tower. Perhaps going to get some damage taken down onto their tier 2 tower in mid lane. They lose. All right, top tier 1 tower goes down. Top tier 2 tower goes down. The middle tower actually is standing still. IG did not get the tower and is going to be denied as well. That is a second deny for Na'Vi. That is some great plays right there for them. They are winning the middle game if they wanted to. Joe is now actually still decent. Actually still great amount of farm up on him. Nagasaki still playing a good game. Na'Vi haven't won exactly yet, but if they can keep pressure on the top lane and make sure that Naga does not get her farm, then they will. They should be able to come out from this on the top. They do not have the. They do not have. Actually, they almost have the Vitality booster up on her. Vitality booster. It's not Vitality booster. It's a Vanguard. Both start with a V. Give me a break. Anyways, they're just kind of. Na'Vi just gonna. Actually, they're just kind of hanging out in their on the Radiant side. Almost finished up a mech here on Puppy. That would be really good for him. Mech and Black King Bar actually recipe. Who's buying the Black King Bar? Is probably who's buying the Black King Bar? Is it going to be Light of Heaven? Light of Heaven going to be finished up a Black King Bar. It is ready for him. That'll be great for him in team fights, and it actually might stop Nagasaki from canceling out his black hole. I'm not exactly sure about that though, so don't quote me. I'll have to see if it happens. But the Black King Bar is absolutely crucial on him, and it's really good that he gets it. This is going to give him such power to cast off some great black holes. But Joe is getting a good amount of farm right here. 72 last hits versus Na'Vi is going to get. I mean, Havas does have 72 last hits, so they are pretty well evenly matched. But again, late game, I don't think Juggernaut can stand late game to them. He has purchased up a Vanguard to make sure he stays up against the illusions that Naga can pop off. Both lanes are pushed in for IG, so IG are not able to play the map control games that they love. Ferrari is actually pretty far down here. Pretty safe though, because Na'Vi is in the middle lane. Focus on this tower. They're trying to get an initiation right here. Havas is going to go right in. IG is going to play themselves back a little bit. Joe needs to come in here and do something about this. They need to get a Tidehunter Ravage. Someone popped off like that, but they don't want to lose it and have Rubik steal it. And Shadow Shaman Wards are going to go down. This tower is going to start melting quite quickly. IG just waiting for this. They're not going to be able to do it, and they're just going to lose this tower. And I think Na'Vi has figured that out so far. Just going to be able to get that one for free, And there it is, finished off. Top tier 2 tower in the top lane was not pressured at all. They're going to rotate in, continue with their map control, and try to take the tier 2 tower, knowing that IG, even with all their ultimates up, are not ready to go in for a fight. They have, if you notice, Na'Vi was spread out just enough so that Tidehunter Ravage could not hit more than one of them at one time. So that is the game they need to play. That was why Havas was the only one in there. They are continuing to group up as 5 and going to stay that way. And it looks like IG are going to pop off themselves a smoke and going to try to initiate from the side right here. If they can do this quite soon, they might be able to get it. And they need to pop off they need to do it right now. They do get it. They're going to get a nice Ravage for this one. They are going to get a nice Ravage. What is it going to be? Gravity pulling them in. Ravage is going to be popped off. BKBs are there. Black Hole is going to stop them. IG taking a lot of damage. Counter Ravage popped off. IG is going to be finished off. No, that is not what IG wanted to happen. Great steal there by Dendi.
Too many iron.
Oh man, Rubik getting a multi-kill right there. 3 kills. The team wipe from IG going the way of Na'Vi. Fantastic Black Hole. Awesome BKB pop off. I don't even know how he got that BKB off. I'm going to have to watch a replay to see how the heck he did that. I don't know. Maybe he heard the haste come out from Darkseer before the song was popped off. But I don't know how he got that off. It was crucial that he did that though. He's going to go for it again. Puppey actually taking a lot of damage. Luna not able to... Luna's going to finish him off. YYF is going to go down, however. That is a trade. We have... Faith is going to be taking a lot of damage. The Shadow Storm Wards are down. The Tier 3 tower is going to be finished off. They did take the Tier 2 tower for that team wipe. And going to be going for the barracks right now. Rubik is getting yet another kill. Here he goes. And Dendi just stealing these ultimates, man. You cannot stop him. And you need to be much smarter about this. Make sure he doesn't get those steals. He's just been on target with this thing. They're going to get a set of rags for this. Barracks for this. And 2 heroes down. That means it's not so good things for the Dire. Just a fantastic play on there from Na'Vi's part. They are going to teleport themselves out. They didn't even lose pressure on their towers. Free racks, 19 minutes. Now, I'm going to switch this to net worth. And as you can see, even though she is up on last hits, nowhere near the farm that she needs to have. Light of Heaven, and the gold is just going majorly in favor of Na'Vi. Light of Heaven, Juggernaut, as well as Art, who has Shadow Shaman, has more farm than Dendi. Interesting. Let's take a peek. Nope, not good. Not good. So, Na'Vi are going to continue to press their advantage. They're not a team that likes to sit back and farm. They know that they have a ticking time bomb with Juggernaut. He's really powerful right now. May not be more powerful later on. They're going to continue with their advantage, and or they may just wait for Aghanim Scepter to be up on him. Scepter jumps make it even higher. The jumps are now at 6. It jumps up 3 each time he gets one. Or is it 4? No, it's 3. He's going to look to farm. Don't know if they're going to wait to initiate, or if they're just going to keep going with the team fight that they know that they have. A Rubik pickup has just been massive on Dendi. He's the master of this role so far. He already has himself an Illusory Orb. He just always has a really good spell, and making sure that he always has some form of Blink. He has a Blink Dagger, he has a Force Staff, and he has Illusory Orb. So this is playing to the strength of Dendi with the mobility. Just everywhere he loves being. And they're going to probably get Roshan for this. I don't even know if IG can see. Yeah, they do know what's going on. They're going to come in here. They have an Illusory Orb. Puck isn't going to pop himself in, but they have the Nagasarian Ultimate. Is that available? That is available to them. They might be able to do it, but there's only 2 heroes in here, and they know this. There's the Illusory Orb coming out from Rubik, They're going to push him back. Actually, Roshan is getting pretty low. They're going to have to make something happen right now. YYF not going to do it. Ah, here we go. We have the song popped off right now. Looking at, they're actually going to do it to steal Roshan. They're going to steal Roshan for... Oh, the song is down. Who has Aegis? Aegis is picked up by Naga Siren. She's able to steal that. Zoe's going to exit the back. YYF is going to go down. Rupik's going to get the last hit on that one, and he's going to pop himself in. He's going to steal the Dragon Slave yet again. More damage out on him. He needs to be able to pop that one off. They're going to be able to get Chuan, and they do get Chuan for that one. He still has Dragon Slave available to him. Ferrari needs to get himself away, and he's going to be able to do so. So they lose Aegis. That was quite clever. Quite clever, but they do lose 2 heroes for it. That's not what they wanted to have happen, because now Na'Vi have an opening where they can press into the tower. Ravage was not popped off. They know that the song was, so that is going to be 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes before that thing is up, so they're going to feel quite powerful with it. Zhou is coming in here. We have a blink in here, good ultimate popping out from there. We have a black hole going to be popped off. Fade's going to take a lot of damage. Ravage is going to be popped off yet. Lighthearted has low on health. He's going to be able to back off from here. IG's not gone down yet. The ultimate popped off onto Havas. Havas is looking pretty low. Shackle onto Zhou. No one is dead yet. I am surprised. And Ferrari is going to be able to finish off Havas. No, he's not going to be able to do it. Now we have Chuan coming in here. We're going to try to chase him. One more right click. Oh, the Malefice stun is going to stop him. Puppy's coming in here. We have the Blade Fury going to be saving him, but Havas is definitely going to go down to this. Oh man, just in enough time, and Havas does go down. They're going to try to save themselves from Puppy. That team fight did not exactly go the way Na'Vi wanted it to. They weren't able to deal enough damage to the tower, and they did lose Havas to it, but it is not terrible for them. They can afford that loss. Gold is so much in their favor. XP is so much in their favor. This is where they need to make sure that they form up, play right, get those ultimates off. Zhou has not even bought her vitality. Just looking at the vitality booster, so perhaps not going to go with the Vanguard build. Has enough gold for it. Still has Aegis, but I'm just not exactly sure what she's going to decide to build first, if it's going to be that Radiance. Kind of late for it, and kind of on the back foot. But I would give her a good team fight presence in Na'Vi. Not going to stop with her pushing. They're going to melt away this creep wave, get all that gold, and they're going to group up yet again and push in. I think this is all of them. No, one of them. Nope, they're all here. And Naga Siren going with the Diffusal Blade at this point in the game, trying to burn off some mana, hopefully. And maybe perhaps a slow. And looks like they're sitting here in the mid lane. Still going to try to push yet again. They don't have big ultimates they have to worry about. Zhou is going to pop out. Puppy looks like he's taking a lot of damage. Voss is like, oh no, they're going to take out Zhou. They do lose the Aegis. Zhou is popped off. YYF is caught out in here. We have Ferrari jumping in and not going to be able to be stopped. The Naga Siren ultimate is now popped off, and it looks like his Ravage is not up. They've got 11 seconds left, so they're not going to be able to use that. That's not going to be used for anything. Puppy's going to be shackled on again, ensnared again. Going to be able to get away from this. So IG doing a good job of defending, but they haven't pushed Na'Vi away just yet. And we do have the ultimate still available from Havas. And pushing this tower, with the Gravity push in, then a nice Ravage, but a counter Ravage because Dendy wasn't caught. Light of Heaven wasn't caught either, and he didn't have Black Hole up. And good counter initiation right there. That is another team fight going the way of Na'Vi, and that is going to be a second team wipe. Ooh, where's Puck at? Puck is going down. Buyback from Puck, even though he's not going to be able to do a ton with that, and I think this is going to be GG. Yes, this is GG, called out by IG. They're not going to waste too much time here. And Puck is actually, Ferrari's not getting up on this. He's not too happy about it, but he's going to go down again. And that is it. IG calls it GG. 25-minute game. We're going to go on to game 3. It is still anyone's tournament. Love is dead. Signing off. Gonna catch the next game.